Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's a weekend, so let's do the whole doggone thing. Saturday, July 23rd is Gorgeous Grandma Day. Someday Heidi will be a gorgeous grandma.
I
She's
hope
already
to.
gorgeous, but someday she'll be a grandma. National Vanilla Ice Cream Day and National Day of the Cowboy on Saturday the 23rd. Sunday, July the 24th, National Amelia Earhart Day. National Cousins Day. Good day to call your cousins. National Drive-Thru Day. Good day to go through a drive-thru. National Thermal Engineer Day. National Parents Day. Good day to be a parent. And National Tequila Day. Good day to drink tequila and forget all that other stuff. No, don't do that.
Do you
That
keep
would
in
be
touch
bad.
with your cousins?
You know what? No. I hardly ever... I love my cousins.
I
When we
know,
get together, it seems like we've never been apart.
Yep.
But we just don't stay in touch. I'm even friends with them on Facebook. Every once in a while, I'll see a post of theirs. I'm like, why don't I ever see their stuff?
Right.
I'm like, that's just bizarre. But no, cousins, I love ya. I do. And I'm excited for my guest today. She worked for NASA. Lori
Ooh.
Garver. She used to be like a big head honcho at NASA, and now she's got a book that's out of this world. I'll chat with her all about that coming up. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. They say an apple a day keeps a doctor away, but researchers from Ashton University have found that eating more fruit may also keep the therapist away. They determined that people who frequently eat fruit are more likely to report greater mental well-being and less likely to experience depressive symptoms.
Really?
Their study indicates how often we should eat fruit, and they say it's more influential on mental health than we ever really thought. It says here, let's see, usually consume over the course of a week. On the other hand, studies found people who eat more savory snacks and chips tend to deal with more anxiety. So they're saying less chips and more fruits. As
Thank
I
you.
skimmed through that story. And then it's done, and I'm done early. I thought I was way behind. All right. You can read the story if you want to. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. We are professionals. Sort of.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know a Canadian couple, both 100 years old, celebrated their 80th wedding anniversary last week?
Aww.
Lifelong lovebirds Charles and Annie Muse celebrated with a party at their daughter's place, then returned home to the house they bought together 75 years ago.
Wow, still in the
Guess
same
how much
house.
they paid for it?
$50,000.
No, 75 years ago they bought this home for $2,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, $2,000. It's near the southern tip of Nova Scotia in Canada. The couple, by the way, were wed on July 13th, 1942. Now, if you want something to kind of put that date into perspective, that's also the day Harrison Ford was born.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, 80 years ago.
That's awesome.
How cool is that? There we go. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. July 16th, 2022 will go down in history as the day that J-Lo officially became J-Aff? I don't know. Jen Affleck?
Jennifer Affleck.
Yeah. After surprising fans with news of their Vegas wedding, Ben Affleck and J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, tied the knot. So that's the good news for today. Now, here's the bad news. Chelsea Handler and Joe Coy have split up just ahead of their one-year dating anniversary. but awkwardly not before recording a celebratory video. So they had a video, hey, we made it a year, but then they didn't quite make it the year. And then Emily Ratajkowski, I don't know if I said that right, and Sebastian Bear McLeod have gone their separate ways after 4 years of marriage. So I'm really sad
All
to hear.
sorts of breakups.
I
That's
know,
a shame.
but that's why I wanted to start it with good news. J-Lo and Ben Affleck are married now, and I think they're going to go the distance. Just
Do
saying.
you?
I do. I really do. I'm saying
I
that
would put a wager on
I am
that.
saying that from the bottom of my heart. I really do. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the scoop of the day. It comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. This was sent to me the other day, and I didn't know where to put this or what to do with this, but I thought this would be a good place to do this. Heidi, we're going to play a game.
Okay.
So you have to tell me which came first. Are you ready? The
chicken.
blender? No, that's not it. The blender or the toaster? Which one came first?
I'm going to say the toaster.
Toaster was invented in 1893, and the blender was invented in 1919. Heidi got the first one right. All right, which came first, cappuccino or latte? Cappuccino or latte?
Latte.
Latte dates to the 17th century. The cappuccino, the early 1900s. So Heidi got another one right.
Nice.
All right, which came first, Heidi? Baseball or basketball?
Oh, boy.
Baseball.
Basketball.
Or basketball. You think basketball came first?
Yes.
Baseball goes back to 1939. Basketball goes back to 1891. So
Nice.
Heidi got it right again.
Yeah.
Now it says at least 1939. So they think baseball might have came a little earlier than that even. But there we go. Next one. What are we playing again? Which came first? I forgot the name of this. The microwave oven or the television? Microwave oven or the television? Which came first?
The microwave oven.
Ooh. The first television came to the market in 1927. The first microwave in 1947.
Those were very close to
They
each
weren't
other.
close, 20 years off. All right.
Not as far off as the others were.
Okay. And our final, which came first? Twitter or Instagram?
Oh, jeez. I really don't know.
Just shout one out.
Twitter.
Twitter, 2006. Instagram, 2010. There you go. If you want to play this fun game with your friends, I have all of these and the dates and everything in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Our guest today is Lori Garver. She's the former Deputy Administrator of NASA. She's got a new book out. We're going to chat about that. Lori, how are you doing today?
I am doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I am fantastic. And your new book, Escaping Gravity, talks about all kinds of fun stuff that's out of this world.
Yes, I think I wrote this book because I knew I'd had this out-of-this-world experience in my life that needed to be shared.
And I'm looking here at this. What a resume. Former Deputy Administrator of NASA. Now you're the author of this new book, Escaping Gravity. Lori, it sounds like you've got a fascinating life.
Well, sure. We aim to please. I've been at NASA twice, in 1990s, and then I came back again in 2008 as the deputy. I ran the transition team first, which was very exciting at a time when NASA needed, I think, a lot of change.
And as we take a look at your new book, Escaping Gravity, what are some of the things we're going to learn about as we read this book?
Well, we're going to really focus on how it is that the government transformed from sort of the early days of space where we were driven by beating the Russians to today where we are moving people at lower costs and higher rates off of the planet and everything in between. The government was bogged down in human spaceflight because we have a system. It's really no one's bad. We're all playing our roles, but the system reinforces and incentivizes you to do the same thing because of the congressional politics. And we were able to break that logjam here a decade ago, and that's really paying off for the country.
And we live in a really interesting time in history where it's not just governments that are doing things in space. We have private individuals and private companies now, these billionaires who have their own little space race going on. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson. And I'm reading here that you've had a chance to meet these guys and talk to these people in person. What is it like getting that phone call? Hey, on the phone, you've got one of the richest people on the planet waiting for you.
Sure. I mean, I met Elon and Jeff both well before they were the richest people on the planet. And I met Elon in 2002. Jeff in 2009, I remember Jeff was number 18 on the wealthiest people in the world at the time, and even that was pretty cool. But now I think they've amassed such wealth and are driven by this vision for contributing towards the future of humanity. They each have done things that I know not everybody wants to emulate, but I am here in the book to tell you why what they're doing in space, how those investments really are improving our space program. They've lowered the cost. They've kept us from having to ride with the Russians, counting on them for our space transportation. And if you think about our geopolitics, we wouldn't be very happy if China had similar wealthy people driving the space program. So I think for this aspect of their lives, we ought to be pretty satisfied that they're aligned with our nation's goals.
Again, the book is out right now. It's called Escaping Gravity. In this book, you talk about the birth, the struggle, and the triumphs of commercial spaceflight programs. And sometimes I think people just focus on the negative. We all know tragedies that have happened, but think about all of the positive, amazing things that we take for granted today because of this program.
Absolutely. I mean, the U.S. has been a leader consistently since Apollo, in the sense that we've had the ability to have a space station, people living and working in space. I mean, we live at a time when throughout human history, people looked up to the stars and couldn't imagine such a thing. Our robotic explorers have gone out. They're roving Mars, Mars helicopters, as well as spacecraft sending us back information, even going beyond the solar system. The Webb Space Telescope is really only just beginning to peer deeper into the universe and help us understand our place in the universe. Are we alone? These are profound questions that we can only learn by visiting space, whether we're doing that with humans or our machines.
Again, the new book is out right now. Lori, thank you so much for taking some time to chat with us about it today.
You're welcome. Nice to talk with you.
Absolutely. Again, the new book is called Escaping Gravity. It's available now. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Elephants drink a minimum of 50 gallons of water per day. It's a lot of water.
That is a whole lot of water.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Crocodiles swallow stones to help them dive deeper.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea. Except for those stones got to go somewhere.
Except it makes it harder to get back up again.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A lobster's blood is colorless, but when exposed to oxygen, it turns blue.
Oh, interesting.
Another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It is possible to be allergic to one cat, but not to another cat. So you could be allergic to a certain cat.
Really?
And I also read that it's possible for cats to be allergic to humans, too, which is kind of cool. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
At birth, Dalmatians are always white. and then they get their spots later.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Canary Islands are not named after birds, they're named after dogs. Latin name, Insularia Canaria, means island of dogs. There you go. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile Question of the Day. Yay! It's brought to you by mintervention.com. Here's the question, Heidi. 45,000 Americans are injured every year by what? 45,000 Americans injured every year. We have several of these in our home, by the way. Most people do.
I don't know.
Everybody has at least one in their home. Some
Can
have-
openers.
No. Toilets.
Oh.
Yeah, 45,000 Americans are injured every year by toilets. Yeah. The Mint Mobile
what are you
question.
doing on the
I don't know.
toilets?
Mint Mobile question of the day brought to you by mintervention.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. For the second year in a row, an eatery in the Danish capital of Copenhagen was named the best eatery on the planet. It's the world's 50 best restaurant awards. Geranium is the name of the place. They serve a meat-free, seasonally based Scandia menu in an unusual environment on the 8th floor of Denmark's National Soccer Stadium. It's open just 4 days a week, a choice made by the head chef Ramus Kofed and the co-owner Soren Ledet. They, again, I'm sure I nailed that, in order to maintain a work-life balance. According to the worlds50best.com, Kofed says they have an intuitive ability to put together truly stunning dishes that make the most colorful, empty space, and accurate volume of ingredients, creating synergy between flavor, aestheticism, and a sense of flow that runs through. I'm going to quit reading that. Anyway, it sounds pretty snooty, if you ask me.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't really sound like your vibe.
Yeah, the whole thing sounds very bizarre. I've got more information if you want to read the best of the whatever. It's in the show notes for today. It's brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A list of statistics that this is going to show you who we are as people. So 20% of us say we would garden if we had more free time. All right. 35% of us say we would get stressed driving in wet weather. Okay. 11% of people say 11% of men said they read a book for the first time during the pandemic. They read one first time. First time ever.
Wow,
That
that's
is concerning.
sad.
15% of moms say they still do laundry for their adult children. 48% of
Yikes.
women say they weigh themselves every day. And
Okay.
on the last thing on the list, 11% of us say we enjoy the same treats as our pet. I think that probably is the case for us, but only because as soon as we start eating a treat of any kind, our pet is at our feet going,
Yeah, please.
don't forget, I'm down here, and I could sure use some of that. And then she looks up with her beautiful puppy dog eyes.
And she's
you go,
so cute, and it's hard to say no.
fine, you can have it.
Yeah.
And then I give her the dog treat. So. All right, that is the list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Quote today is from Neil Gaiman. Neil says, "Be wise because the world needs wisdom. If you cannot be wise, pretend to be someone who is wise and then just behave like they would."
Okay. That is
What?
bizarre.
It is bizarre, but I absolutely love it. So I'm going to get that stitched on a towel.
Yeah.
All right, quote of the day comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of RadioTravelGroup.com. Here's a headline. That's an angel. Family of 11 saved by a woman who alerted them of a raging house fire. We just had a story the other day of a man who went into a home during a house fire. Take a listen to this one. A family of 11 in Fairfield, Ohio was saved from a raging fire when a complete stranger knocked on their door in the middle of the night. Haley Strong, age 23, saw Brittany Downing and Josh Ellis's home burning from a mile away at 1 a.m. July 5th. She was driving home from a friend's 4th of July party and was nearly home when she noticed black smoke above the trees. It says, "Your garage is on fire," she can be heard saying on the family's doorbell camera. Josh and Brittany were in bed while their 9 kids were fast asleep, completely unaware that the blaze had erupted since smoke detectors were not going off.
Wow.
Haley banged on the door for nearly 2 minutes before Josh answered. "I honestly thought it was just a rogue firework or something at first, but then I knew I wouldn't sleep that night if I didn't at least drive over and see what was going on," she told the Daily Mail. Everyone managed to escape the home without injury. All of the other outcomes that could have happened if she wouldn't have stopped and knocked on that door, I don't know if me and him would even be here today for them kids, Brittany told the TV program that did this interview. What a story. Now, we had a story the other day of a 25-year-old man who went into a home and saved some people's lives.
Hero.
Today, 23-year-old young lady who saved some lives. I wonder if these two are single, because how cool
They should meet up.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. I'd even pay for that date. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't that just be a cool thing? All right, I've got a link to that story. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. And I know you have a lot of options on things you can stick in your ear, and we appreciate the fact that you put... I'm just saying, they can listen to anything.
Yes, they can.
And I'm so glad they listen to us. Aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, see, we are. We appreciate it. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.